The earlier black people or African people all over the world realized that we have nothing in this world except Africa, the better for everybody. All right, let's talk about the biggest scam in the world and how you are the victim. This video is about how Western media or American media brainwashes us about our continent, about Africa. Did you know the biggest propaganda machine in the world isn't some secret government agency? It's the news and the movies we watch every day, especially those from America, just like these ones. They do not just control what we see, they also control how we think. And when it comes to Africa especially, their goal is simple. They make sure you see a continent in chaos, never in power. Before we even continue, what is propaganda? Propaganda is information, especially information that is biased or misleading in nature, in order to promote a political cause or a point of view. Now that you know that, ask yourself this. When was the last time you saw like genuine good news about Africa? Like a technology boom in Africa or scientific breakthrough or even how the economy in Africa is rising? When? Exactement. Because if you see Africa thriving, then America loses its excuse to interfere in Africa. And they cannot have that. So basically what I mean by they will lose their excuse to interfere in African situation is because they justify their interference politically, economically and militarily in Africa by portraying Africa as weak, in constant crisis and unstable. So if people, not the whole world, but if people see Africa as thriving and strong and capable, then they're going to lose their motive to interfere in Africa. And that is why the world have like a preconceived notion of the black skin. We are either seen as dirty or criminals. Even the Asian countries see the black skin as problematic and often resist black immigration. So to all the Westerners and Asians seeing this right now, if you have any negative feelings towards black people, especially Africans, just know the Western media is the reason for your ignorance. Because a strong Africa equals to weak West. Weak West, strong Africa. And there's this thing that people always fail to understand. The West has never helped Africa. And they don't plan to help us anytime soon. For example, just recently, some of our brothers and sisters trying to escape the harsh conditions created by the West in Africa to get a better life out there. The EU paid some of the Arab countries, these Arab countries that feel like they're not African countries, to catch, humiliate, and send back Africans to their countries. That's what has been happening. So they don't even plan to help us anytime soon, and they have never helped us. They have never helped Africa. I'll say this again. The West has never helped Africa. It has controlled Africa. First through colonization and then through economic warfare. The IMF, the World Bank, aid organizations, they are just new chains with fancy names. Because tell me how you say you're helping somebody, but you expect them to pay you $25 billion every year. That's the amount of money that Africa pays in debt every year.